Here is a field God has crafted and designed to be the landscape for those who live in the Manika village. It is farmland, but to them it does not bring forth what they desire. The farmer tills the field and sows the seed as they have done for many generations, but the yield is small, not enough to sell or feed families for a season. To them, this is it. This is all they are allotted, something that is not quite enough. The quality is lacking, and it never satisfies. But in the Manika village, there are those who believe in Jesus, and a life of never quite enough does not settle well in the heart of one who knows Jesus Christ. So, they allow us to teach them.
Here we are. God has dropped us into this landscape. We do not fit. Our time in a field cannot be measured next to theirs. We do not sweat the way they have. We do not wait and long for nourishment to spring up from the earth the way they do. But here we are, and we know Jesus, He who fills every desire in a way that only He can. We come alongside them and say, let's learn together. There is a way to farm this land well, to make it grow, to make it sustainable. What God has provided is enough. Iowans, going all the way to Africa to learn how to farm.
We work together weeding the field and we prepare the ground. Then we dig with purpose and precise measurements to make way for the seed. We dust the holes with a kitchen spoonful of fertilizer and then lime to balance the soil. That is then covered with soil. Now hands may plant the seeds, 1, 2, 3 in a row. Cover them with soil, and finally, cover the field with grasses for protection from the sun while we wait for the rains to come. They stop and ponder over what we have just completed. It looks right, but will it work? They wonder and question. Next to the newly planted field, another is measured, and they are asked to plant it in the way they always have. Compare them to one another. Wait, watch and see. See the difference.
The Smith family in Zambia, Jeff and Heidi lead this home. They are guiding 4 children, Emma, Lily, Abe, and Judson. Our goal each day was to simply live life with them. There are many comforts and conveniences that we have lived without for 2 weeks. These, the Smiths have endured for the past 2 years. There is a list a mile long of things in Africa that are just plain hard. Daily, these things are set aside and the Smiths put the love of Christ in the hearts of the people in the Chongwei village at the front of their minds. They are doing what God has required of all believers, to love others and invest in them. Discipleship as a lifestyle. Each night, although our bodies were tired from a day of work in the fields, our minds were awake and ready, expecting the Lord to teach us. We talked for many hours, Jeff and Heidi explaining what discipleship looks like here in the Chongwei village. Every day we served alongside our friends and experienced firsthand what it looks like to serve and love the people of Zambia. Ben led us in songs of worship that Jeff and Heidi have missed hearing. There were teary-eyed goodbyes and genuine words of thanks for the time we had invested in one another. Seeing their lives has challenged us to invest more of our time into discipleship and extending love to those around us.
As we are nearing our time to leave, we wondered, what is the best way to reach the hearts in Zambia? We had not extended them charity through gifts of food or clothing, but you and I know that eventually the food would be gone, and that the worn, tattered clothing that they wore was evidence of the fate of that type of offering. These would not last or sustain them. We do not despise these gifts they have been given. They are meant to help, but our eyes have seen how it has created a dependency. There is an expectation and a learned helplessness when they have always lived in a world where foreigners come to spill out gifts, build buildings, dig wells. These things meet a need for a time, but then they break down and need repair, and no one fixes them or even knows how to do so. The people wait in expectation for more foreigners to come because they will fix it. We desired to change this mindset in the people we worked with by coming alongside and investing the time to teach and to train, to encourage their talents and abilities, to make them see that they have opportunities and they can succeed if they put forth the hard work.
What we gave them we could not hold in our hands. We did not leave with the satisfaction of meeting many immediate needs. This was hard, as we had formed friendships, talked at length, and connected over similar struggles in the lives of believers. In these relationships, we saw what it looks like to disciple hearts. We saw it in Jeff and Heidi, and we saw it in the farming. One reflects the other, really. Planting a field and planting a seed of truth in a heart. The hearts in the land are desperate for change. The work is hard, but it is planned, precise, and intentional. There is a way to plant a field so that it grows and the harvest satisfies. And there is a way to invest in a heart so that it cannot deny the love of Jesus and his salvation. God's glory brought about in our time there was reflected back at us in their words of gratitude, full of hope as they sang, "Come and see what the Lord has done," while standing on the field where we had sown seed together.